You're watching Gold Rush in a Rush, and we're recapping Season 4, Episode 8, Jungle Boogie. In this episode, we'll see 13 minutes of Todd Hoffman, 12 minutes of Dakota Fred, 9 minutes of Parker SCHNABEL, and 29 minutes of commercials, recaps, and previews. So what happened? Real miner Tony Beets arrives and is unimpressed with Parker's progress on the claim. He orders Parker to increase his output to 100 yards an hour. Despite worries about Little Blue being able to handle the new demands, Parker agrees. Not long after, the conveyor belt jams, which they fix, but later Little Blue begins shaking on its foundation and leaking water. The central drive shaft is sheared in two. Parker shoves the cameraman and throws his helmet, as this may end his season for good. Having filled in the glory hole, Dakota Fred has no choice but to allow Dustin to pursue his dream of mining Cahoon Creek, which is only accessible by air. Dustin arrives with geologist Jeff and a plan to dig 30 test holes. 7 hours later, they have finished 3, and after testing the dirt have found nothing. But then an electrical storm comes, the worst in 20 years, and they hide out in their tents. The next morning, Fred is unable to reach them by radio. Did they die on the mountain in the night? No. Will the rescue helicopter be able to find its way through the clouds and save them before the next storm? Yes. Back at Porcupine Creek, they test the remaining samples and find they contain $50 a yard in gold. Halfway through Todd Hoffman's gold mining season, he's found nothing. So he switches his focus to diamonds. He buys a $20,000 diamond catcher called a lavador, but when he hooks it up to the water supply, it leaks from everywhere. He tries to fix it by having crew members stick their thumbs in the leaks, but surprisingly it accomplishes nothing. 2 days later, the leaks are fixed, but they find the lavador's pulleys are too small, forcing them to make a 3-hour drive to get new ones. But the roads are flooded and their truck gets stuck, again, this time getting fully submerged in a creek. A local miner pulls them out, but the truck's engine is ruined. So they use motorcycles to buy the pulleys and finally begin mining for 5 hours, before they see the lavadors washing away the good pay dirt with the bad. They sieve the material anyway and find 1 diamond, causing the crew to hoot, holler, and pray. Best lines. Run, 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 run. Someone's going to get hurt. Something's going to get broken. Get my dig on. Instead of mining for gold, they're staring failure in the face. That's pay dirt, dude. Can't you smell it? 10 weeks into the season, Todd's crew has found no gold, made no money, and now has no truck. Join us next week when Tony Beets might finally reveal that he is Parker's father.